Close your eyes for a moment and picture the Earth from space. Now slowly begin to erase every continent that you can see. No Africa, no Asia, no America, nothing solid remains at all. Just one endless, shimmering, deep blue ocean stretching forever. A perfect water world without a single beach or island. This is what Earth would be if land had never existed. And life on this planet would be almost completely unrecognizable. But strangely, in its own way, it might also be beautiful. So let's dive together into this vast and drowned world. And imagine the strange, wonderful lives that we would all live. First, let's really understand what this world would actually look like. On the real Earth, water already covers most of the surface. But now imagine every drop of that water spread out evenly, with no mountains and no land to ever break through it. The entire planet would drown beneath a single global sea. An ocean nearly 3 kilometers deep, covering everything, everywhere. There would be no shore anywhere for a person to stand on, no solid ground to be found on the whole enormous planet. Just a restless, endless, moving surface of rolling waves. Now here is the very first big question we have to ask. Where on this entire planet would human beings even live? We cannot breathe underwater and our bodies need to rest. So over time, we would become a great floating civilization. Imagine vast, sprawling cities built on giant floating platforms, slowly drifting across the open sea like enormous rafts. Whole towns gently rising and falling with the ocean swells. Picture children growing up who have never once touched soil. For them, the soft rocking of the waves beneath their feet would feel as natural and as normal as solid ground feels to us. Now really stop and picture the emotions of a life like that. A young child standing on a floating city, gazing at the horizon, seeing absolutely nothing but shining water in every direction, dreaming not of tall mountains that they have never seen, but of the mysterious, glowing, unknown depths far below them. Their bedtime stories would not be about forests and trees. They would be about the giant creatures living in the dark. Their greatest heroes would be the brave deep-sea explorers. The daring souls who dived down into the crushing black water and somehow came back with tales of impossible, glowing wonders. Now let's think about how our cities would actually grow and spread. On land, our cities grew up along rivers and coastlines, but here, cities would grow around the richest resources in the sea. A floating city might drop anchor high above a rich coral reef, a place where fish and food would be almost endless. Other cities would follow the great ocean currents like highways, trading their goods between distant, drifting communities of people. Instead of roads and streets, we would have busy shipping lanes. Instead of cars and buses, we would travel by boats and submarines. Our entire idea of a journey would have to be completely reimagined. And some bold dreamers would want to build in another direction entirely. They would want to build downward, deep beneath the waves, constructing great glass domes upon the shallow sunlit seafloor. These would become the very first true underwater cities. Just imagine quietly looking up from your home down there and seeing whole schools of silver fish swim across your ceiling, watching the sunlight ripple and dance through the water above you. It would feel deeply lonely and yet somehow utterly breathtaking. Now let's finally talk about all the animals of this world, because this is where things get truly and completely fascinating. Almost every single land animal you know would simply not exist. No lions, no elephants, no dogs, no horses, none of them. No birds soaring freely through a wide and open sky. And now here is a genuinely heavy and surprising thought. We humans might very well never have existed here either. Our distant ancestors slowly crawled out of the water long ago. They moved onto the land where they gradually evolved into us. But with no land at all, that incredible journey never happens. So this quiet water world might have no people on it at all. But let's imagine that somehow we did find a way to be here. The amazing creatures we would share this whole planet with would undoubtedly be the great and ancient rulers of the deep. Whales would be the largest living beings on the entire planet. Gentle, enormous giants gliding slowly right through our cities, and we might just form real, lasting bonds with the dolphins. They are some of the most intelligent animals on all of Earth. Imagine having dolphins as our trusted partners and companions, helping us to catch fish and carefully guiding our ships, even gently playing with our laughing children in the water. So instead of having dogs and cats as our closest friends, we might have clever octopuses endlessly curious about us, solving tricky puzzles and watching us with their ancient eyes. And down in the deep, glowing creatures would light up the dark, living lanterns of every color drifting through the black abyss. Just imagine an entire silent world lit only by living light. But of course, this beautiful world would have its real dangers too. The storms on this planet would be absolutely monstrous in size, with no land anywhere to slow them down or break them apart. A single massive storm could circle the entire globe unbroken. Waves as tall as skyscrapers would roll on endlessly for miles. Our floating cities would need to be built incredibly strong. Or they would have to learn to dive beneath the chaos to survive, quietly weathering the raging storm in the calm and silent deep. And now, what about all the precious things that we would lose? On this world, there would be no fire, not ever anywhere. No warm campfires and no cooking our food over open flames. No forging of metal tools and not even a single simple candle. Our entire technology would have to develop in a whole new way. We would never once look up and see a mighty eagle soaring. We would never walk barefoot through soft, cool green grass. We would never climb a tall mountain and reach up to touch the clouds. So very much of what truly makes us human as we are, was quietly shaped by the land we so often forget to appreciate. Yet in fair exchange, we would also gain an entirely new world. A world filled with infinite, glittering blue horizons everywhere. A world of glowing hidden depths and beautifully singing whales. A world of great and graceful cities that dance upon the waves. And we humans are truly and amazingly good at adapting to anything. We would surely find a strange new beauty in this drowned world. We would still build and explore and dream of greater things, exactly as we have always done all throughout our long history. So the very next time that you stand upon solid, dry ground, take just a second to feel the earth firm beneath your feet, and remember that it is a rare gift that many worlds never had. The land beneath you quietly helped shape everything that you are. But somewhere far off in the endless ocean of your imagination, a vast and glowing blue water world is still gently waiting, forever full of deep and shining wonders we can only dream about. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.